He was called the most beautiful boy in the world after playing the role of the young boy Taddeo in his famous movie Death in Venice. But now he has turned into a miserable, broken person. What happened with Swedish actor Björn Andersson? Andersson was born on January 26, 1955 in Stockholm, Sweden. He was raised by his grandmother, as Andersson's father has not been identified until this moment, and his mother, Barbro Elizabeth Andersson, committed suicide when he was 10 years old. Part of his education was at a boarding school in Denmark. While he was a student, Andresson attended the Adolf Fredrik School of Music in Stockholm. Andersson made his film debut in En Kärlekshistoria, 1970, at which time he was cast in Death in Venice, which gained him international fame. Andersson's role was as Taddeo, a beautiful young Polish boy who becomes the film's grand protagonist, Gustav von Aschenbach, played by Dirk Bogarde. At the time of the film's release, rumors were circulating in the United States that Andersson was gay. His role required him to appear to exchange romantic glances with the protagonist, and in another scene, he is kissed and fondled by another teenage boy, which Andersson flatly denied. After the film's premiere, director Luchino Visconti pressured Andersson to attend a gay club, where he felt uncomfortable being stared at by adult men. Andresson later described the experience as hell. All that was required of Taddeo in the film was to smile sometimes, look away, or have fun on the beach of Lido in Venice. Although his role was not special, Visconti went on a long exploration trip in search of the hero of Greek legend, during which he traveled to most of the countries of Europe and tested dozens. The boy, and when his choice was made up, he bestowed his protection on his young hero and monopolized him for 3 years, forcing him not to participate in any other films during this period. He also took him with him to the Cannes Film Festival. After the release of Death in Venice, Andersson spent a long period in Japan, appearing in several television commercials and recording several popular songs there. His appearance in the film as Tadzio is said to have influenced many Japanese anime artists, known for their depictions of young, beautiful men known as Bishonen, especially Keiko Takemiya. Since then, Andersson has been well-liked in Japan and has visited the country several times over the years. Andersson holds himself responsible for his failure, as he did not work on developing his talent and refining it through training to become a prominent actor, so he can be considered an example of an actor who entered the world of acting by chance. When he reached the age of 65, his long gray hair fell over his shoulders, and his thick mustache made him look like a mythical being from ancient times. He became that miserable, broken person who felt that his life was nothing but a series of suffering and failure. Despite his severe feelings of depression, Andersson returned to acting in 2019 with a small role in a horror movie, and no one noticed him. So one frustration after another piled up on him, which is a tragic end for a character who could have made another path in life if early fame had not killed it. Andersson resides in Stockholm. He has a daughter, Robin, born 1984, from his wife, the poet Susanna Roman. Andersson and his wife Susanna had another child, a son named Elvin, who passed away from sudden infant death syndrome at the age of 9 months, which led to Andersson falling into a long depression following his death. In an interview conducted in 2020, Andersson stated that he believes he will meet his son again in the afterlife. Andersson has 2 grandchildren, a boy and a girl,